Working Money Podcast with host Michelle Wong and
Marcus Renton.
And we're here at our first live event. It's a photography event at the Contra Galleries.
Yes.
And we also have two great hosts and guests, and they're also owners here of Contra Galleries.
Yes.
We have Matt and we have Chris. Hi guys.
Hi, how's it going?
So guys, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Chris, you want to go first?
Sure. I've been involved with Contra Studios for about 5 years now. We've started this place as a production house for a variety of different photo shoots, video, commercials, and the space has kind of constantly evolved. We started throwing events here, and then in the past 6 months we really realized that the space was very unique, and we could start to really get into the gallery scene. So this is our second major show. We had a show about 2 weeks ago with Domingo Zapata and Daniel Mazzoni, and then tonight we have Clayton Woodley. So it's been a journey through a variety of different endeavors with the space, but we're very happy with the progression and kind of where we're headed. So stay tuned, and yeah, I'll let Matt take it from there.
Sure. I don't know if you guys have any questions lined up, but I'd love to give you a little background into Contra Galleries and kind of where the idea came from.
Do tell.
So the space kind of offered itself to something in this realm. So before I even became part of this, it was in January I think I started working with you guys. There were several exhibitions. They always came from artists running out the space because it's such a dynamic, vibrant space. So it's very good for art. And from that, our other partners, Steve and Moss, and along with Chris, they kind of had this idea of is there a way that we can make this, more of a formal thing, kind of put it under branding. And then I have a background in digital marketing and PR and so forth, so I was like, maybe we could bring this all together and make it more of an ongoing thing. From that, we put together our heads and built out this website, and we're trying to dip our toes into not just the standard gallery space, but we're trying to get more into experimental events, auctioning. We're trying to broaden the scope of this, so it's not just one thing that you come to every 2 weeks. But yeah, so now we've had this second exhibition. Our first one, we were really thrilled with the response that we had, and now I think that we have some good things coming up.
So the event so far has been creative. Are you looking
Sure.
into other types of events or industries that you want to tap into?
We do like keeping it in the creative space. I think that from the showings that we've had and so forth, we are trying to keep in the creative space, but we do have some really interesting things in the pipeline. Chris could actually speak a little bit more to this. We're doing a dining series, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, like Matt said, it's we want to really kind of create kind of a one-stop shop for creative people to come here and feel like they can use this as a home base for their whatever endeavors they're getting into. So we have this kind of full suite where we do production, we do video, we do photo, we do marketing, and then we have a space where we can kind of show off your talents where we have the gallery space.
Exactly.
So if you come into us as an artist that you don't have a huge following and you're looking to get your name out there, we can bring you in, we can help you kind of get your social media set up, we can start to kind of get you exposure, awareness, build you up, get a show going for you, and then help you with video, help you with photo, give you that professional look that you need to really get out there and really sell in the marketplace.
And to speak to what Chris was saying, to some extent it's almost a incubator kind of scenario, right? So we're working with some really talented artists, one of which is Terry Urban. He's a pretty popular DJ in Brooklyn, but he's also a street artist. So he's kind of was our poster child going into this. He's very open with creative ideas. We're working with a print shop, and we can build him out all kinds of different things, along with getting his name out there and representing him in a show and kind of getting people in here to see his work. And also we're working with cell phone cases. We have a lot of different options that we can offer to get our artists' art in more of a broad spectrum.
Wow.
Yeah, and just to add to that, one last thing. So like, in addition to that, we plan on like having like this dinner series like on like on like Fridays where people kind of check their like phones at the door and like are present. And we have like between 15 to 50 people. We have like a chef cater the meal and just have like conversations between creative people who are interested in the arts, and then kind of have like a meet the artist type scenario, preview of like someone's new line that's coming out, and that will like allow it to be more intimate because a lot of like the art world is it's not just the work that you're selling, it's the story behind the artist and it's the artist, whether it's someone making clothing, whether it's someone that's doing a painting, whether it's a singer. If you can relate to them, then you can relate to their work, and that's like one of the things that we're like really trying to hone in on.
Yeah, the more I talked to the artists outside, the more I wanted the work on the wall. When I saw it, I was like, this is cool, and then I talked to him, and I was like, whoa. And then he said something else, and I was like, I gotta have this.
Well, when it comes to art, every piece has a story. So I'm sure when you're speaking to Clayton, who's probably telling you about his trip to Yemen or all the different places he's been. And it's not just that someone comes here and they purchase a piece to hang on the wall simply for a second. I mean, that does happen. But coming to an exhibition, hearing the story behind it, that's going to relay any time. If you buy a piece and you have it on your wall, you're not just simply going to look back and say, oh, this is beautiful. The person who owns it's going to be able to explain the story, where it came from. And it really does give more of a dynamic kind of storyline to the pieces. And that's what you get from exhibitions and stuff.
And there's a connection because when I was speaking to Clayton, there was a connection there with his pieces, and each one that he was discussing and giving his backstory, I could relate to. There's some kind of connection there, and that's one of the things about creative people overall. If they're a singer, or if they're an actor, or if they're a photographer, painter, or something, there's some kind of connection there that you can actually feel, because when they're giving their story, you can feel the emotion behind it. And that's the thing more than anything. Like if you're purchasing a piece, you're not purchasing just a piece, it's the connection behind that, and there's something sentimental there, and that's absolutely amazing. And when he was giving us a little bit of his backstory and his journey overall, that was just amazing. I was blown away.
Yeah, for this presentation, I mean, this is I think a year's worth of just traveling. I mean, the whole concept behind it, nomadic traveler, right? And he really did travel the world into some somewhat, even remote or dangerous places. But it's interesting because he's been to so many countries and they all have this uniform feel, where they all kind of have this same home base with, I guess, the style, the look. It is really, really powerful pieces.
So now, I know that in a little conversation you mentioned to me, and I just found it amazing how you guys work with everything in regards to the artists that are up and coming. But you had one artist that you were working with, and she started evolving after working with you guys, and now she's connected in.
Right. So I mean, I have like kind of my radar out, like when creative people come through, and you can kind of recognize talent, obviously, but it's also a matter of recognizing someone's like ambition, because it's talent's one thing, but it takes ambition to really get someone out there. So when you see that kind of coupling between like the ambition and the talent, then you know that there's something there. And sometimes creative people just don't really understand the business side of it, and things that they need to do. So I took an artist, her name is Sarah Leon. She was, had really good stuff. She was a final protecting her voice, but she just really didn't have direction as far as like, what things, needed to happen in order for her to take it to the next level. So, we took her in, got her content looking much more professional, built out her social media platform, applied some of our marketing, optimization tactics, and really got her in front of her target audience, focusing on people who would recognize her, like from her hometown, people who would recognize her from, her New York segment, and really trying to grow that grassroots movement and get some excitement behind her, and then really help her release her first singles. And from there we grew her Instagram following to over 10,000. She was getting 100,000 views on her YouTube videos, and then from there things started to happen. She got asked to be interviewed by some really nice publications. An investor and a record label reached out from LA through social media. We ended up getting her linked up with them. She's now out in LA. She just filmed her first really big high budget music video, and her first EP is going to be coming out through an actual channel in the next several months. So yeah, we were able to really take someone who was really talented, really ambitious, but just didn't have the right, didn't know where to go, and kind of take all that and push it in the right directions and then help it. So I think that's what we can really take and apply to other creative people. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a singer, whether you're a musician, whatever it is, we can help.
Okay. Yeah, and I saw her, a couple of her videos through YouTube, and it's amazing. And to go from an inspiring singer to actually fulfilling her dreams, that's amazing. And you guys partook in her journey into that, and that's awesome.
They helped emerging artists get their shot, and Contra artists, Contra Studios also works with major artists. I think I've seen major artists.
Wiz Khalifa, who else?
Yeah,
Joey Badass.
Yeah, we've had Common, 50 Cent, Joey Badass.